Alright, I'm going to start with you guys. Saw my previous video. If you did not, I shopped for this stuff at Grocery Outlet. But while I was in the area, I figured that I might as well drop by the food pantry and see what I could get. Alright, you guys, let's talk about some positivity geared towards this food that I received here today. Now, I'm not going to talk about the food in this box because you guys already saw my $20 a week grocery budget, and you know from time to time I will go to the food pantry. Now, I wanted to talk about some things that I feel like a lot of you guys don't know about because you're not living my daily. You don't know what my daily looks like, and you do not know that, unfortunately, I did not know that times were going to change in my life when I decided to go on a certain road trip. I came back to a bit of a surprise, and now I'm trying to survive it the best I can. Yep, you heard it, a surprise. A financial surprise, of course. And I'm not talking about an emergency or a situation where I'm dealing with something extremely dire, but this will definitely affect my income. So I am trying my best to utilize my resources in my area and do what I can with what I've got because it's all I have to work with. Now, you may or may not know because you may have not came over to this channel, but a lot of you guys know that I make around $15 an hour and times have been rough. So please leave a positive comment down below. I would appreciate it because going to a food pantry and using your resources should be a positive thing because you're getting the things you need. If you need to go to a local food pantry, if you need to go to a local food bank, you need to Google search how to find one. You may also want to check with your local churches, and you also may want to see if you qualify for EBT food stamps. But because I haven't made a video on it yet, and I haven't disclosed exactly what situation I'm in, I will tell you that things in my life are definitely shifting. And some of them are not very positive, to be honest with you. But this is a positive grocery haul because I have the ability to go to this food pantry once a week. I don't have to prove my income. If I need food or if someone else I know needs food, like a friend who honestly makes more than I do but still is struggling, deserves to receive food. So let's get into the haul. I appreciate all positive comments down below. We're going to go over some of these different things. Now, mind you, this food pantry I do have to drive to. I am fortunate to have a car. If not, I wouldn't be receiving any of these items today. And I'm very fortunate. Feel very blessed. So first is this Taylor Farms. I believe that these are like sauteable vegetables. This looked interesting to me, and honestly, the vegetables still look like they're fairly good on the inside. So we're going to toss this up with some chicken from our freezer. And then I'm also going to make some rice or maybe some rice noodles because my husband is gluten-free, not by choice, but by unfortunate of not being able to tolerate any wheat products. We will likely make this into a stir fry. Boy, I can't talk today. Little bit of stress. Little stressful. Here is a somewhat local store. Now, this is a local store in another nearing city to me. I actually don't live anywhere near this store whatsoever. But this is the deviled egg potato salad that they offered. The one thing that I did like about this is that I know for a fact by looking at the contains that it does not have any wheat in it. Some people may go, oh my gosh, but potato salad doesn't have wheat in it. Yes, some of it does. Specifically, if you get the Kroger Fred Meyer brand. Okay. Another thing that I did end up getting, and I've never tried this before, is Chinese chicken salad with cabbage, chicken, crunchy ramen noodles, toasted almond, and green onion. It does contain wheat, but they're in that little container there. But I think that I am going to also toss this up and add some rice to it, share it with my hubby. The other thing I did get was this thing of ground beef. This is also a somewhat local, not local to me, but local brand of beef. I would have to drive a distance to get there. The other thing, but this is going to be good. This is going to be really good for tacos. We do make a lot of tacos because you can use corn flour or corn or flour tortillas for that. So that's great for our family. Some of us like the flour tortillas, and my husband has to have the corn tortillas unless they're gluten-free. I did get some of these. Stay here, beef. Be nice to me. Stay there, beef. Stay. I did get these little kumquats. I have not had these in a million years. Some of them have some spots on them, but I'm sure some are still pretty good, as you can see there. And actually, if these aren't taped closed, I could probably open them. Now I think it's taped on the side. No, maybe not. But see, some of them are not going to be all that good, but this one is just fine. So you just have to pick through. It's one thing about going to the food pantry. It is free, so it's not going to be perfect. Next is something that actually really kind of surprised me. I have had this before. I did go to a bougie place with a friend, a grocery store, and they did have these as well. I have had this before. This has been a long time coming that I haven't seen something like this in a while. But it's a rainbow salad. Okay. So it just has a little bit of everything in it. This is what I'm most excited about, and that is these two yellow squashes, and then we also have all of these zucchinis. Now these were locally grown, and not only that, but I'm going to make boats out of these. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's where you cut down the middle, you cut them in half this way, and you scoop out the seeds, and then you make boats and fill the innards with either meats or sauces, whatever you choose. Okay. Next is going to be these frozen corn on the cob. These are USDA. I have a bee that has decided to come and bother me. Sorry to kick it away. This corn on the cob is USDA gifted, so it came from the Oregon Food Bank in Portland, Oregon, which is nowhere near us at all. If you know, you know. I took a road trip there. Also got these organic herbs. These are the poultry blend, and they look pretty good. According to my knowledge, they look pretty good. I'm going to add that in with a pork roast. Next is going to be this rice. This is a brand I've had before, and then obviously rice is gluten-free, so we do eat a lot of rice. I try to pick up rice every time I go to the food pantry. I also have a lot of dried beans as well. The other thing that I did grab are these Smart Bars. Never heard of them. Strawberry beet. Not sure. It does say that they contain gluten, dairy, eggs, and soy, possibly. So these will be more or less for either a snack of some sort, or it will be for kids, whatever. Also, my husband picked through not one of these, but two of these things of little tomatoes. Hey, tomato, come back. And I am going to, because they are fairly ripe, I'm going to make a sauce with those. So I'm going to add some olive oil, some garlic, some onion, saute them up in a pan, and then put them in the blender to make a sauce. I just thought that that would be really nice, most likely for pasta. I also have a straggler that didn't quite make it. You see? Yeah, these are maple cinnamon rolls. Maple cinnamon rolls. I had to try them. I know. He didn't make it back. But it's okay because I had to give him a try. The other thing that I don't grab a lot of, but when I do see it, they have cases upon cases of these Udi's gluten-free hamburger buns, and they are not a bad brand at all. So we're gonna go ahead and make some burgers, because I do have ground turkey and I also have a little bit of ground beef as well. The other thing that I did end up getting was some slider bread as well. We can make some little ham and cheese sliders, and then pocket pita bread. I have never had that brand before, but there is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those in there. So I'm gonna make pizza with that. And some of them are pretty dry, that's why I'm gonna make pizza. And then I got this little kind of garlic French bread thing. Okay, so that is everything that I got from the food pantry. Pretty excited about it. I haven't gone to this food pantry in over a year now, so I definitely will likely go once a week, especially since a friend of mine who is really very much so in need, also kind of in similar situation to mine, and had to deal with a very radical change over the last couple of days. We will likely just go together because I have a car. We might as well. I also go to an appointment in that area, so I'll likely do everything all at once. Save some gas, do my regular little grocery haul, and then get more items from the food pantry. So as always, you can only do what you can with what you got, because it's all you have to work with, and that has to be okay. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.